Good afternoon, parents. Welcome back. I'm so happy to see you. I'm glad you're choosing to learn something new with us today. Today's video is called How to Teach Flexibility to Your Autistic Child. I think this is very important because the rigidity that some of our kids experience really affects the families and really can affect the household. So the goal of this video is to provide some education and provide actionable items that you can do as a parent, so you walk away with some tangible strategies like, how can I better support my child to be more flexible? So that's what's on the agenda today. If we haven't met, hello, my name is Celeste. I'm a BCBA. I've been in the fields of ABA therapy, working with autistic learners and their families for over 13 years. Something I learned is that it really affects every kid different. It doesn't matter autism 1, 2, or 3. Every kid has different nuances and unique preferences when it comes to rigidity. Maybe they don't want their toys touched a certain way. Maybe they don't want to deviate from the schedule. Maybe there's a meltdown when their favorite snack isn't available, things like that. So first thing I want to note is that these types of restricted or repetitive behaviors are a criteria of autism. So just something to keep in mind, parents. Your child is not trying to be difficult. It's really part of their diagnosis. One of the diagnostic criteria of autism is restrictive and repetitive behaviors. So that means rigid routines, like strict need for sameness, intense distress over small changes, or taking the exact same routine daily. The rigidity can affect their diet. A lot of our kids have a very small menu of what they eat. It could be the texture of their clothes and how rigid they are in wearing certain materials. It could be something as, you and I take for granted, oh, there's a closure up ahead, I have to take a different route to school. But when you're driving, maybe it results in a meltdown because you had to take a detour. Your kid knows, right? The exit you're supposed to get off of, or you usually get off of. And then when you deviate from that, it can cause a meltdown. It can cause feelings of distress. Okay? I have to open my car door. It is scorching in here. I have to turn the air off in my car because you won't be able to hear me. So that's why I'm melting in here. Okay. Let's persevere. This is important information. Okay. So before I get into kind of the tangible, actionable items that you can do as a parent, I first just want to preface it with saying this. Even though your child on the spectrum has intense tendencies or preferences for sameness, at the end of the day, we all like predictability, autism or not. And the reason why I want to normalize this is just to kind of give some perspective taking or some empathy for our kids, because I think when sometimes our kids have a meltdown when there's an unexpected change, as parents, we look at that and we get frustrated. We get frustrated because it's very inconvenient. But I really encourage you parents to look at it from eyes of empathy, because you and I don't like changes. Like I give the example of a route closure. You're driving to work and your exit is blocked off. You have to take the next exit. That's inconvenient as hell, and can cause feelings of distress. When I'm at work and there's a work meeting and there's an agenda, right? I really like that. I like to see, okay, when's the break? When's lunchtime? When are we doing certain things? Humans thrive off of that predictability. It makes us feel safe. When things are constantly changing, when it's unpredictable, that can cause feelings of unsafe. Maybe you had a cancellation at work and now you have to reroute your day, or you go to the grocery store and something you really needed is out of stock. That was unpredictable. That's very inconvenient, and we don't like that as humans. We don't like things we can't predict. Okay. So it makes us feel comfortable and safe when things are predictable. That's just what I wanted to preface it, okay? let's talk about the strategies or actionable steps that you can do as a parent to better support your child to be more flexible. Okay, the first thing is this. I know I talked about us, thriving off of predictability. So in the event that you can anticipate, this thing that is not the norm, or this thing happening is going to throw my kid off. If you can anticipate that before he can, you can effectively front load him, and that's going to set him up for success. What that means is, like, let's say you had planned to go to the park today, and all of a sudden you had a flat tire, or it's raining, something unexpected happened, and you know it before your kid does. That's going to be leverage. So the next time something like this happens, you can pause your kid, come down to his level, and explain to him, hey, I know we had planned to go to the park today, but it is raining. We're not going to get to go anymore. The reason why this is so powerful is because you are letting your kid know what to expect before he has an opportunity for disappointment. I mean, he still will get disappointed because the thing that he really wanted isn't available, but it's better to know ahead of time. You pick your kid up from the school bus every day, but on this weird random Tuesday, you cannot, so you have to have your spouse pick him up because you have a dentist appointment, okay? Instead of just sending your husband and hoping, crossing your fingers that your kid doesn't have a meltdown because he's thrown off, a proactive strategy you can do is to front load him. Come down to his level, remind him the night before, hey, big kid, tomorrow, I know usually mommy picks you up from school, but tomorrow dad's gonna pick you up, okay? You're gonna be safe, he knows what to do, tomorrow is dad's day to pick you up. You can even talk about it in the morning. Remember, dad's picking you up from school today. So the whole premise of this first strategy is to front load him. Let him know what to expect to promote some predictability and sameness. Again, parents, this requires some back end work. Is that the phrase? This requires some back end work on your part to be able to anticipate that and then let him know. Okay. Number 2 is consistent small practice. At the end of the day, the rigidity and need for sameness develops out of routine. So you take the same route to school every day, right? And it's really the seldomness when these unexpected things happen that creates distress, that creates that unpredictability. I'll give you another example. Like, let's say, like, going to the dentist is scary. It's because it happens so seldomly. It's like once every few weeks, right? Same thing with unexpected changes. Our kids can't predict it. So that's why it's scary. And the second point is outlining that you putting in consistent small practice is what's slowly going to make your kid more flexible. Think of it like your kid's skill for tolerating flexibility is like a firm piece of clay, okay? The less you need it and kind of... My phone just turned off because it is so hot in here. It said iPhone needs to cool down. So I'm going to hold my phone. I hope that's okay. What I was saying was the more you knead it and kind of massage it, keep his skill of tolerating flexibility warm, it's going to make it easier for him to tolerate those small little changes when they happen. The less you work on it, the more you kind of reinforce the rigidity, the stronger it's going to get. So let me give you a hypothetical example. You always wear your hair up. And then on a rare day, you're like, I feel like wearing my hair down. And then you wear your hair down and your kid starts to have a meltdown. He doesn't like it. You look different. It feels different. It really makes him uncomfortable. Okay? So there are kind of two routes you can go. One, you can put your hair up if you're like, you know what? I don't really want to fight this battle because I don't have the bandwidth and it's really not that big of a deal to wear my hair up. I don't mind. By all means, go that way. The other route is you're like, wow, I didn't realize his inflexibility was this strong. I don't want to strengthen it. I'm going to continue wearing my hair down more days out of the week in an effort to work on his skill of tolerating flexibility. Okay, so there are, again, two routes you can go, parents, but the point is, I really encourage you to target the flexibility when you have the bandwidth to do so, because it's not always the case. You don't always have the mental bandwidth, the mental fortitude to be able to do it, and that's okay. That's okay. And the second part is, his rigidity should not impede your quality of life and your family's, right? Like the hair example. Let's say you're like, you know what, I really like my hair down. It makes me sad I have to put it up because I don't want to make my child upset. In that situation, I would say it would be a good idea to target the skill, start practicing, and start wearing your hair down, because it's not fair to you to have to appease to make him comfortable. It's not doing you any favors. It's not doing him any favors. So that's number 2, consistent small practice. Number 3 is promise of something good by using like a first then statement. So let's say it's something you really couldn't anticipate and you're like, oh shoot, this is just not fair. Let's say, so for this example, let's say your kid has a favorite pair of shoes and he loves to wear those shoes every day, but today you can't find them. Okay, today you can't find him, school is starting, so he has to wear a different pair of shoes. And you feel kind of bad because you don't want to send him to school upset. So number 3 is promise him something good. So you might say, hey, I know these are not your favorite shoes. We couldn't find the other shoes. Hey, how about this? First, wear these shoes to school, these new pair of shoes. Then after school, I'll take you to get some ice cream because I'm so proud of you. You're doing hard things. So it's okay to promise a reward. Promise something good. He's doing hard things. Let's reward that. It doesn't have to be ice cream. It could be a toy. It could be playing a board game with you. It could be something else. Again, the whole premise is reward. Reward him working through this hard thing. Kind of goes with the third one. It's praise and reinforcement. Celebrate the small wins. If your kid is making small progress, go ahead and shower him with praise. Really point that out. Say your kid really loves wearing the same brand shirt every single day, but today you didn't get around to laundry, so he has to wear this other shirt. It's the same color, but it's not the same brand as the other one. And he's really uncomfortable. He doesn't like it, but he's tolerating it. And he's kind of sad about it. Go ahead and really shower that with praise. I might say, hey, I am so proud of you. You're doing something that's out of your comfort zone. That is something a big kid would do. Mommy is so proud of you. You're challenging me to do hard things. Parents, that goes with celebrating the small wins and making sure he knows that he's doing a good job. Parents, thank you for watching. I'm going to turn my AC up because I'm melting. But parents, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. My name is Celeste. Parents, keep showing up, keep putting in the work. You got this.